Okay, welcome guys. Welcome for learning. So today we will discuss the probability theory for class 10th. So we are going to discuss some questions regarding the probability. Okay, we are just going to discuss the class 10th probability questions, conceptual questions and concept based numericals. Okay, so let's start. So firstly, the question arises when we start learning about any topic. So what is probability? Definition of probability. So firstly, we have to study what is probability. So probability means possibility. Anything for which we have to anything which is uncertain for us. Anything which is uncertain. Uncertain means it occurs or it may occur, it may not occur. For such event, for such things, we define the term probability. Okay. Probability is simply no how probability is simply how likely something is to happen. Means how a thing can happen or in how many ways a particular event may happen or particular event may not happen. So this thing is basically probability. Probability is defined for random event. Basically, all those events which are random events for which we define a term probability. Probability means possibility, means anything, how anything can happen, or probability is specially defined for random events. So firstly, we will discuss what are random events. So what are random events? What are random experiment? If an experiment has the following conditions, we have an experiment, and if it follows some specific conditions, then we can call it as random experiment. So what are these conditions? Let us study. So if it has more than one outcome, if an event has more than one outcome, then we can call this event as a random experiment. If an experiment has more than one outcome, then we can call it as random experiment. One more thing, if it is not possible to predict its outcome in advance, all those experiment whose results can't be whose outcomes can't be predicted in advance are considered as random experiment. All those experiments which follow these two basic laws, two basic conditions, are known as random experiment. Like consider an consider an event is tossing a coin. Suppose a person is about to tossing a coin, then what will be the outcome? The outcome will be, it may occurs head on the top, it may occurs tail, head or tail. So it has more than one outcome, it has two outcome, two. So first condition is satisfied, it has more than one outcome. Or if it is not possible to predict its outcome, and a person however intelligent, however smart, can never predict the outcome of a tossing coin. So tossing a coin, tossing a dice, and a card from and getting a card from a well shuffled deck of card, playing card, is also a random experiment. So all these experiment whose outcomes can never be predicted and which has more than one outcome are known as random experiment. So further, so while proceeding further, we have to study some definitions. So here the term event. What is an event? Any outcome of an random experiment. Yeah, or we can say that an experiment or a random experiment is known as event in the term of probability. If I will study probability, we can say that all random experiment are considered as events. So like even any event, tossing a coin, tossing a coin is one of event, one of random experiment. So in simple language we can say that all random experiment are considered as event. Okay, second definition is sample space. What is called sample space? When an event occur, it has more than one outcome. It has more than one outcome and collection of all these possible outcome. When we write all the collection of all the possible collection of any event, it is considered as sample space. Like sample space for tossing a coin is that. Okay, it okay, it may be a head, it may be a tail. Okay, so sample space is a set of all possible outcomes, or when we write all possible outcome of an event, it is known as sample space. So some examples of random experiment: tossing a coin. When we toss a coin, it has more than one outcome and we can't predict these outcome in advance. So a tossing a coin is a random experiment. Then throwing a dice, it is also considered as random experiment. Okay, let's study further. What happened when we toss a coin? When we toss a coin, the sample space we get is head or tail. It means that we can get head as well as tail. These two have the same possibility. Okay, we can also say that when we write a sample space, all the elements included in a sample space are equally likely. Equally likely means they have a tendency, they have same probability to occur, they have same frequency to occur. The number of element in a sample space, when we toss a coin, the total number of a single coin, total number of element in a sample space is two element. Two element means it maybe it either head or tail. What happened when we toss two coins? When we toss two coins, the sample space for such is written as head. On first toss we get head, and second we also get head tail. It may be tail or head, and it may be both tail. And number of element in that sample space are four. We get four elements. And if we have n coins, if we have n coins and we toss these coins simultaneously, then we have 2 raised to power n elements. 2 raised to power n elements. Okay, and when we toss a dice, then in a dice sample space is 1 to 6. A die has 6 faces and anything can happen, anything can occur from 1 2 3 4 5 6. And number of element in sample space is 6. And if we have n dices, then 6 raised to power n element occur together. So for one dice, it may be occur 1 2 3 4 5 6. And if we have two dice, then the sample space has 6 raised to power 2, 36 elements. Then we have 36 element, maybe 1 1 occur, 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 6, and up to so on. We have 36 elements in the 6 in a row and 6 in a column. Collectively we have 36 element. And some points to remember for proceeding further: probability is defined for random events. We can only define probability for random events. The probability of certain events, some events which are certain that we're sure about their outcome. And if we are sure about any event, then the probability of that event is 1. And the numerical value of probability always remains the numerical value of probability is always lies between 0 to 1. It can never be negative. The value of probability can never be negative. So these are points that we have to know before studying further. Formula for calculating probability: so it is one of the basic and major formula for calculating probability. If E be any event, if we have any event E, then the probability of occurring that event is defined as, is given as number of favorable outcomes upon number of total outcomes. In favorable, we can define like that: the sample space for a head or tail, a tossing coin, it may be head or tail. So suppose we have to find the probability of occurring head. So we can write it as number of total outcomes. Total outcome we have two, head, number of favorable outcome, favorable, how many heads are in sample space, it is only one. So the probability for that is half. Okay, probability of not occurring an event, if we know the probability of any event of occurring, if we know the probability of an event of occurring, then we can calculate its probability of not occurring. And if for occurring it is p of a, then for not occurring p of it, we can write it as 1 minus p of a. Like we have a dice and sample pair for our dice 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the question is how calculate the probability for getting 5, probability of 5. Okay, how many 5? Only one 5, one favorable, total 6. The so probability, then probability of 1 by 6 is 5, and probability of not occurring 5, it can also be represented bar, is 1 minus 1 by 6, or it is 5 by 6. Okay, so next there are some problems regarding playing card. There are total 52 playing card. Out of 52 there are 26 black card and 26 red card, or from them there are two black suit and two red suit. The spade the spade contain 13 card, and club also have 13 card, diamond 13 and heart 13, and these total 13 card 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and then a for ace, J for Jack, Q for Queen, and K for King. These four are known as these four card are face card. Okay, so some sample space coin is tossed for one time, so we can write it has head or tail. If two are given, tail, head, and tail, and other are for practice. Okay, discuss a question. A bag contain three green ball three ne, white ball 4, and black ball 5, and all these are of same shape and size. Rohan take from a ball without looking into it, what is probability of getting the black ball? So we have to focus on black ball. So how many black balls are there? 5, so we can write it here 5. And how many total balls are? 4 3 7, 7 or 5, 12. So probability of getting a black ball is 5 by 12. Okay, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you.